Good, beautiful morning. It is Saturday, October the 1st, 2022, and I want to welcome you to the Saturday edition of our weekly show where we perform a discussion and a meditation. And today I have with me the energy of Master Jesus on restoring peace. He's saying a lot of people are distracted by their own minds, the unnecessary things in your own minds. And it's really funny, he says it's not a difficult thing to teach your mind to be quiet. It's a matter of recognizing that you are capable, that every one of you is capable of altering and changing your mind. That is what is in your mind. Do not believe everything you have been told. Do not believe everything that you see or hear. Learn to discern what is true from that which is false. He says it's really important that you understand that your mind, that thinking part of yourself, is not who you are. That part where you remember and you consider and you weigh, that is not you. The structure and nature of your thoughts is such that you can change them as a function of your will. But many of you are struggling, lost in your mind, thinking wrongly that that is who you are, that you are bound by the thoughts you have been given, the ideas you've been taught, and the beliefs that you have accepted. Many of the beliefs, he says, that you've accepted go against your nature. Many of the beliefs you've accepted go against your nature. To be able to question your beliefs, to be able to evaluate the nature and source of the information that you have allowed into your heart and into your mind, to be willing to evaluate them, places you in the position where you may restore peace. You may restore peace to your own mind. You can restore peace to your mind. It is within you to do so. You are not that collage of information. You are the awareness, the spirit, the soul that is able to make a distinction between your thoughts and your memories and your emotions. To restore peace means you begin to recognize the difference between what is true and what is false. And much of what you have been taught and told is not the truth of who you are. Who you have been told you should be or should not be may not be the truth of who you are. But you may establish that truth. You may evaluate. You may form a process of judgment within your own mind that is based on proper discernment of what is good and what is not good. The simple method of beginning the process of restoring yourself to peace is making a distinction between who you are and what you have while you are in this embodiment of life. For there is another place that all may go to from this world. And there is a place from which everybody come to this world. And you may restore your peace quite simply if you understand what you are about to hear and what you are about to do. If you are willing to do it, then do it. For do not accept the words that come to your temple. Do not accept the visitors at the gate of your temple unless they have good intention and goodwill. Understand, thoughts, ideas, and information that you receive are best to be of good report. That is, they come from love. They do not come from fear. Your capacity to assert your authority over your own house. By your own house, he means your mind and your body, your thoughts. That's what constitutes your house, but they're not who you are. Your body is something you have, your mind is something you have, the thoughts are something you have, but they are not who you are. They make the structure of the house. He says the house is the body and mind that you live in while you're in this physical world. He says you are the master of the house, but you must remember that you are the master of your house. It has been said that the very function of your breath was a gift from God, that your first breath is a gift from God, your creator. And yet your creator gave you authority over that temple, over that body in which life was given. And the mere function of your breath is an alignment of yourself to that which made you. When you breathe your body as a function of your intention, you begin to align to and utilize the sacred breath which was given to you by God. Your breath that was given to you, you may use. And in the proper usage of that breath, you may restore your temple to peace. Your mind, your thoughts, your body. For breath is life. Your breath is life. And you were given some dominion over your life. In enacting your breath as an intention, in enacting your breath as an intention of your will, you align yourself to that which gave you life. And so there's a very specific way in which you can learn to use your breath to restore peace to your house. No matter who you are, if you understand what is being said, then your capacity to utilize your breath in a particular fashion can restore your house to peace. And even if your mind is in great turmoil or the world around you seems very disturbed, even the function of your breath in a particular fashion will become a shield, a wall, if you like, of peace, in which you can observe the turmoil around you but be unaffected by that. And even the turmoil in your own mind will stand outside from you. It will not overwhelm you. The use of your breath as a function of your divinity, for that which gave you life is divine. It is within you, and you live within it. And you are also that which it is. The function of your breath, slow and deep and deliberate, in through your nose, slow and deep and deliberate. Do not let the thoughts or the outside world distract you and have you looking here or looking there. No, use your breath in through your nose, slow and deeply, and you fill the body with the breath of life. You fill your lungs fully with the breath of life, and you hold that breath of life in your body. And when the breath is full, there is a moment of deliciousness, of delight, for you are full of life. You have brought life into your body, and you feel it. And then when you feel it, you release the breath. And then you draw life into your body again. You draw the breath of life into your body again. Stay with your breath. Hold the life in your body and release. As you release the breath from your body, release your troubles, release your thoughts, release the distractions of the world around you as you release your breath. And you breathe thusly, and you continue to breathe thusly, drawing life into your body, that sacred life. Pay no heed to your thoughts, to the noise, to the distractions. Pay only heed to the life that you draw into your body. For when you bring life into your body, you give more life to your life. At the filling of the breath, at that moment where your breath is full, there is a deliciousness where life says, I am here and I am full of life. And when you release that breath, you release your thought, your distraction, your emotion with your breath. You release it from you. Use your sacred breath thusly, deliberately, mindfully, drawing your breath of life into the body, holding life in your body, and releasing thought, emotion, and distraction with your breath, releasing it, allowing the body to release, allowing the body to release, allowing your mind to release. Always on the out breath, you release your distractions, you release your thoughts, you release emotions. In this, your body begins to become still, and yet its nature increases in well-being, for you are drawing life into it as a function of intention, not chance. And you shall have life more abundantly. As you draw your breath in, pay heed to your breath only. Do not let your thought, do not let your memory, do not let the external environment pull you away from your sacred breath. Stay with it. And when you release your breath, release your thought, release emotion, release distraction. Allow the body to release. Continue to breathe thusly, deliberately, and slowly as you stay with the breath, as you cease to be seduced by the destruction and negativity of your thoughts and your emotions and your memories and your environment. As you cease to be captured by them, they will begin to turn away. The silence begins to grow in your mind as you release thought, as you release your attention from your emotions. You pull your attention away from your emotions into your breath. Into your breath. You pull yourself into the life of your breath, away from your thoughts, away from your distractions, away from the emotions, which are more the disturbances of the world than the nature of who you are. Through the function of your breath, you restore your mind, your body, your house to peace through the deliberate and intentional use of the breath of life that all of you have equally. There's not one in this world that does not have the breath as equal to another. All are equal in the breath You are all given life by the same hand. And in the function of utilizing the breath of life, which is the one gift that you will always have while in this world, in utilizing this, you begin to fortify your mind and body against the negativity and destruction of the world. That is the functions of those who are lost in their own suffering and seek to impose it upon others. But you may disengage from this, restore yourself to peace, and in that place where your mind falls silent and your emotions, like a stormy sea, begin to calm, and your body begins to subside in its anxiousness through this simple function of the breath of life. You draw the breath of life into your body through your nose. You hold that breath of life. You keep your attention on it, and you release your thought, your distraction. When you exhale, you allow thought and emotion to be released on the exhale from your body. And if you've been doing this as we have been speaking to you, you will come to a gradual realization with each breath. With each breath where you draw, knowingly you are drawing life into your house. And you hold that life dearly for a few moments, and you release your thought, your distraction, your emotion. When you exhale, you release it from your house. You will feel the gradual quieting of your own mind, the stillness of your emotions, and the peace that begins to naturally come when you are deliberately releasing that which is not necessary for you to be aware. This process of the breath is very simple and sacred. You were given the breath for a reason, not simply to just allow your body to breathe as it does to maintain the basic functions of its existence, but for you to understand that you too are in the image and likeness of that which made you, that you may too use the breath to give life, that you may use your breath to give life. And when you restore yourself to peace and you experience that as your being, then what you will say and what you will do, those that know you may not know you as they thought. For you will not be that which you think you are. You will become what you actually are, an awareness, an entity of divinity, here to function creatively, to delight in creating and participating with others in creation in this physical dimension, not simply to be just going through life struggling. Struggle is not natural when you are in alignment with that which gives you life. It is only when you oppose that which is within you that you will feel opposition in your life. The simple breath of drawing life in, hear these words. When you draw a breath in through your nose, you are drawing life into your body. New life comes in with the breath. Understand this. If you know that you do these things, you will find peace, for you can have life. And on the exhale, you release your thought. You release emotion. You release distraction. And you stay deeply connected to your breath. And as you do this, peace begins to be restored as it was when you were first born into this world in love. For you came here in love, you came here as love. It is time to restore yourself to love. It cannot be overstated that the simplicity of your breath can cause such goodness to unfold for you, that you can restore your peace through such a simple act, that you can restore your peace with such a simple act as your breath. But if all of your attention is there upon the breath, then how could you be distracted or disturbed? You cannot be distracted nor disturbed if your attention is only upon your breath. Then there is nothing but your breath. There is nothing but you and the breath of your life. From the place of peace, you can begin to consider what thoughts deserve a place in your house. From a place of peace, you will only allow thoughts that resonate with that peace. Each thought that you have creates its own expression in your home. A thought of frustration or anger or judgment that is incorrect will disturb and upset your peace. Be mindful of what you would think of others or how you would judge others, for how you would do this shall affect you first and foremost. You shall be affected by what you have in your house. What thoughts have you there now that do not serve you? What thoughts that you have that disturb your peace? For each thought creates its own sensation. Every thought creates its own sensation. This one calls it energy. Each thought creates an energy. And that energy becomes a sensation of emotion. Be mindful when you restore your house to peace. Be mindful of what you shall think or what you shall not think. For you shall, why would you ask a guest who is unpleasant to leave and then simply ask them to return again? Why would you release a thought from your mind that does not serve you and then bring it back again? When you release a thought of suffering, you release a thought of fear, you release that which does not serve you, let it go. Do not invite it back. And if it comes knocking at your door again and says, let me in, use your breath. No. I release you. There are various degrees of difficulty that some of you will experience in applying this simple mechanism of peace, your breath of life. Do not be afraid of how loud or how scary the noise in your mind and body may get when you begin to do this. Stay with your breath. Draw in the life. And release those thoughts. Release distraction. Release old emotion when you release the breath and draw in new life again. Release thought. Release old emotion again as you exhale. Be persistent, and it is inevitable that you will find peace. It is inevitable that if you say, I will not pay heed to that thought, I will not pay heed to that emotion that seems so scary and disturbing, I will not give it attention, I will stay with my breath. And I will release that emotion, and I will release those thoughts that do not serve me with my breath. It is why there are so many teachers in even this world that teach this method, and for many tens of thousands of years it has been taught thusly, but only a few walk the journey long enough to understand the truth of it, that your suffering is unnecessary. There's a place in time where your suffering is no longer necessary when you understand that there is something within you that you may employ to affect the creation, the change that you truly desire, And there's not one among you who does not desire peace. And when you experience that peace, there is a joy that follows. When your suffering is over, there is joy. And there is celebration within you, between yourself and that which made you, that says, I delight in thee. My love, I delight in thee. For peace leads to joy, which leads to love. And there is not one among you that cannot do this. All of you may do this simple process of restoring yourself to peace through the simple function of the breath of life, which you all possess. You are all given the gift equally, the gift of life. Wow. He's telling me that, he's saying, hopefully you were doing the process as we were speaking of it, really letting go of thoughts that disturb you, emotions disturb you, really letting them go. Thank you. Wow. Good morning, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this segment with the energy of Master Jesus. And that simple function of the breath is a beautiful thing when you understand. We all possess the breath of life, given the same gift from the same creator, the breath of life, and that we can use it at will, that we can literally go and bring new life into you, that you can pull your attention away from your suffering and your crazy thinking and emotions that don't support you or sustain you. But they won't teach you this in schools. They won't teach you this in schools. They won't teach you that within you is the divine. You are the divine. Wow. Got time for about 2 or 3 questions, and away we go. Hi, Christopher. Hello, Yolanda, Jacqueline. Shining light. Yes. So just for everybody to know, we have our mediumship masterclass beginning in November 5th. If you want to understand a little bit more about how to create huge, powerful, positive changes simply and easily and elegantly in your life, to heal your mind, your body, your emotions in very simple, articulate ways with the ascended masters and multidimensional beings that work through me and others that come into the course, then this program may be just for you. And that's starting November the 5th. You can go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and check that out. And you can check that site out and register for the upcoming course in November. That's starting November the 5th. You did not come to this world to suffer. You were born in this world in love. Suffering is in the effect of improper thinking and believing. That's what he's saying. It's improper thinking and believing. All suffering is the result of improper thinking and believing. Wow. Thank you so much. Question from Judy. Why have I been suffering from back pain for years now? Is there a blockage? How can I heal myself from it? Desire to swap out everything that is not in alignment with peace. Judy, if you're open to this right now, he wants to just do a little healing right now process with you. The healer is in both places at the same time. He's saying he wants you to bring your attention to the place in your back where your discomfort is. He wants you to just close your eyes, bring your pain into the part of your back where the discomfort is. bring yourself to that pain. Get as close to the pain as you can. And to the pain, offer this consideration to your pain. Offer this consideration to your pain. Even if I do not understand you, I am willing to love you. Offer that thought to your pain. Even though I do not understand you, I'm willing to love you. And feel its reply to your offering. Feel its reply to your offering. Many of you seek to escape your suffering rather than understanding that that which suffers needs your love. That which suffers needs love, not denial. That which suffers needs love. Judy, he wants me to tell you to stay in that place for about a minute where you're just communicating your love, even if you don't understand why the pain is there. He says, just extend your love to it, even if you don't understand it, for about a minute. And then write down the change that you experience in the comments section. Sometimes it can happen instantaneously, sometimes it can happen progressively, but really bring your love to the pain and share with us what happens. Question from Joella. For the beginner class, what do you mean by William Michael Forbes doing a one-on-one session? Great question, Joella. In the masterclass, it's a group setting. The course events, there's a series of about 20 events held over a 3-week period, and they last about 1 to 2 hours per event. During that event, you learn a variety of different skills on how to concentrate, how to open up your clairs, how to connect to your intuition, to open up clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. And throughout the week, there's a series of 9 lessons and meditations, but there's also practices in things like card reading, sensing energies, simple ways that you can begin to open up your inner faculties again: clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. So it is. There are one-on-one events with different teachers. We have a total of 4 mediums and myself, and each of us runs our own class throughout the 3 weeks. The events usually run from Sunday to Friday every week for the 3-week period, and they run for anywhere from 1 to 2 hours a day. So yeah, there's a session 3 times a week where I am one-on-one with students, and there are times each day that there are the other teachers that are one-on-one with students. And all the events are held on Zoom, and they're live, they're recorded, they're posted up on a Facebook group wall. So anybody in the class can go and review live events if they can't get to them on time. So all events are available for everybody to observe and watch after they have occurred as well. So no matter what time zone you're in, anybody who takes the course can avail themselves of all the material. Nobody can miss a thing. And no matter what your schedule is, you can always catch up on the live events because they're posted up on a group wall for recording laterwards. Wonderful. Question from Vertical. Does it matter whether we exhale through the nose or the mouth? He's saying yes. He's saying it's very important that you exhale through the mouth. He says when you get to a place of greater advancement, the function of breathing in through the nose and out through the nose has a different effect. But for this process today, it's important you understand that you are beginning this, some of you, where you draw the breath of life in through the nose and you release the thoughts, the disturbances, the emotions on the out breath, learning that sequence of receiving and releasing, receiving and releasing. He's saying that's really what's important about this process, in through the nose, out through the mouth. He's saying it's important to understand the process of receiving and releasing. You're drawing life in, you're receiving and releasing old thoughts and emotions, and out through the breath. He says that's very important, that sequence in the beginning. What you're talking about is something very different. He says that's a little bit more advanced as to what you would do with the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Great question, though, Vertical. Really appreciate that. Question from Nathan. Recently disassociated from my master of 25 years. Any insights? Thank you. I don't know who your master is, Nathan, but he's saying it's your turn to step forward. It is your turn to step forward, to be that which you are. Yeah, they don't like adulation. They appreciate respect and honor, but they don't like being placed on a pedestal, ever. Master Jesus said he never taught for the sake of being worshipped. That's not what he taught for. He taught for the liberation of humanity from its suffering. He says he's taught that way for many lifetimes, to liberate those from suffering, not to be placed on a pedestal. The Roman government, the Roman Catholic structure, created this whole nonsense about worshiping that. Every ascended master I've ever spoken with has said the exact same thing. We did not come here to be worshipped. We came here to bring peace and love to others, that they may know that which we are, that you may know that you are what they are also. Yes, great question. Yes, it's your turn. He's saying it's your turn to actually start teaching what you have learned. Give the gift that you've received to others that need to receive it. For there are many hands that are open. There are many hands that are open to receive the gift that you have. Wow. Thank you, Nathan. That's a great question. I think we're great there. I'm just going to take a quick look over here on TikTok and see if anybody on TikTok has a question before I sign off today. Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm into problem solving, not into feeding problems by ignoring the causes. Yeah, most of the causes, this is great. That's a great consideration. Who we got? What's the name of this person? You finally get me. You finally get me on TikTok. That's a very interesting. When you understand that most emotions are based in memory, they're not based in who you are. Most emotions stem from experiences you've already had, in which case releasing old emotion from your body is beneficial for your health, and it releases your attachment to those old experiences. I know from personal experience, I went through a tremendous amount of abuse as a child, and I was attached to the pain and the anger and the suffering I went through at the hands of that people and those people that abused me. And that attachment to my anger and my pain and my suffering lasted for many years. And it wasn't until they began to teach me that I didn't have to hold on to my anger. I didn't have to hold on to my guilt or my shame. I could actually just let them go. A phenomenon that happened as a result of that is I actually began to gain my memory back. I began to remember events, all of the events, except now I no longer was holding on to the emotion, the anger and the pain and the suffering. So I have a pretty good memory about my past experiences, but I've got no suffering attached to it anymore. And it's really allowed me to open myself up to other possibilities in my life. So what you're speaking about is like the suppression or repression or denial. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying releasing it from the body is not the same as denying or repressing it. Your body remembers past experiences emotionally because that's how it prepares itself if that event might happen again. But if the event's done and over with, but the body's prepared for it to happen again, people live in anxiety. Chronic anxiety is because the body is remembering something that happened before and is prepared for it to happen again. And you have to teach the body that that event is complete. Release that energy from the body, train the body out of the old emotion. Very great consideration. Thank you so much for that. You finally get me. I like that. And no, I do not promote the Bible. I say there's great truths in the Bible. Master Jesus told me the Bible was a construct to restrict and limit people from the truth. That many people were taught that suffering is to be valued through the way in which the authorities repackaged what he taught. He said the authorities took what he taught, repackaged it. They spent 300 years from the time he was crucified. They spent 300 years, not crucified, murdered. He was murdered. They spent 300 years literally systematically killing all the Christians so that they could have nobody to counter the new narrative that they created 300 years later when Constantinople put the New Testament, the new Bible together based on the teachings of the Master. And most of it was created to instill fear, guilt, doubt, and shame about the creator of life. And as a result, we have a lot of people living in suffering because they think they're born in sin. Master Jesus never taught that. He never taught that. Much of what you've been taught about what he's taught is false. He taught love. He did not teach fear. He did not teach suffering. He taught love, and a very simple method for learning how to love. And what he's offered us today is a simple process to begin to restore yourself to peace through the function of breath. I think I'm going to take one more question, and then we're gonna head out. Hi, Ellen. Yeah, question from, yes. So for those of you that are new to this event, whether you're on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, my Facebook group, every Friday we do a Q&A session that's exclusively for anybody who watches. If you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you know when we come live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Take this simple process of breathing that he's given us today, like really work with it. Clean your house. He calls it house cleaning. That's what he calls it. He calls it you're cleaning house, literally. When you're it's like spring cleaning for your mind and body. You're drawing in new life. You're releasing old thoughts and emotions that do not serve you. It's house cleaning. You have to clean your house and become the master of your house again. Very important. Before we go, Judy is okay. So Judy's here that did the little exercise. She says, okay, what I felt when I placed my attention, I placed both hands on my back and I started to give love and felt overwhelming love. I started crying love tears. Now it's warm. So again, these beings, and there are many multidimensional beings, there are many ascended masters, not just one, there's many. But here's an example where he's instructed her to go in and love the part of her body that's in pain. And it immediately begins to change because your body is conditioned to fight against anything that might hurt it. So it gets resistant and tensed up. But when you start extending love and you teach the body to not resist, it heals really quickly. I'm so happy for you, Judy. He wants me to tell you that there's going to be another change that will come to your life. That pain that you were holding in your back, that you've been holding as a pain, in releasing it through love, that which has been held away from you shall come to you. That which has been held away from you shall come to you. Wow, thank you so much, Judy. I'm really glad we got a chance to follow up on that. So again, if anybody wants to know anything about our courses, I also want to take, hang on a moment here. Let me just go over here. I got to tell you something very special for my patrons here. Where are you hiding? There we go. Yeah, so I just want to tell the patron, there you are. Lama Chut. My patron, Lama Chut, you have won the free reading for me this month, with me this month. So you'll be receiving an email today, Lama Chut, on how to proceed with booking your free reading with me this month. And I want to say to all my patrons, thank you so much for your support. And you help me to have the time to put aside 3-4 times a week to do this work. And again, patrons, you'll be receiving the information on the upcoming live event, which is happening the 7th of October of this month. And again, thank you, patrons. Thank you, YouTube subscribers. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers now. I think we're at 1,961 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So yeah, if you want to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and come and join us every day and grow and evolve with the Ascended Masters. Thank you so much, everybody. I want to wish you all much, much love, much, much joy. And I will be seeing you on Monday. Bye, everybody.